I have no clue if you can hear me. Can you hear me? If I sound different, it's because of VR and also because you know when you brush your teeth and you brush your tongue, acid. So usually I vomit in the morning and I don't know why. You would think after years of doing it that one wouldn't vomit, but for some reason that motion of it entering my thrusy always gets me. Always gets me. Hello everyone. I'm trying to do some things here. We're gonna be doing some VR in just a moment. But I hope that everyone had a good day. I have a schedule update for tomorrow. I won't be here tomorrow, I don't think. But if I'm here tomorrow, we'll finish Angelinaire as best as I can. And I freaked out, actually. So for Angelinaire, I was looking at the patch notes. And Steam has... Sorry, you hear me being more gassy, too. Steam has this weird issue where for updates, what they tend to do is they tell you information about the wrong update. So they'll be like, oh wait, I can actually see you in my hand. Hello gamers, hello gamers, hello gamers. Wait, there's no 7TV emotes. Why are there no 7TV emotes? Wait. But Steam will give you a notification that like updates have happened. And then they say, okay, well these updates are really cool and stuff and you want to check them out. The problem, and it's something that I always see, is that when they tell you that there's an update and you click on it, for some reason, they never actually give you the correct update page. Hey yo, sorry, I just saw that. That's pretty good. Hey yo, what's this guy talking about? Wait, don't ask again. You want to close? No, don't close. How do I not close? How do I go back to the? How do I just have it on but not gone? How do I get on but not gone? I don't know how people do VR streams so smoothly. Like, whenever I do a VR stream, it seems so complicated to get things going. The biggest problem that I tend to find is that just switching over platforms tends to be, like, a huge mess. And for some reason, the control, like, the way that you control VR and everything from the VR space sucks. It's going to be even more of an issue, especially when I move to a dual streaming setup, because I have also interesting news. So, remember how I said that I was going to fix my brother's PC? Well, it turns out his PC is so old that to fix it would cost right now like $2,000 or something, to make it like equivalent to what he would have wanted in terms of what he had before. Not in terms of like, you know, how much money like his PC wasn't. I mean, his PC was basically $2,000 last time too. So imagine you spend all that money and all of a sudden you can't use it anymore because it's just too old. That's what happened to him. So now, sorry, I'm also trying to figure out why I can't do anything in the VR space. I might have to restart the VR space, actually. This is stupid. What a stupid bug. Recenter myself. Okay, that's cool that you recentered me, but what I need is for you to control the mouse cursor so I can, like, see things. Please, I'm begging you. I'm begging you, please. Please, I'm begging you, please. Please, let me control things, please. Oh, for the love of God, please. Just let me switch monitors, please. I had to restart the Steam VR. You will hear my voice cut out in just a second, and I'll talk about the PC story. Because chat, PC stuff is very expensive, and the government doesn't want you to know about. Eh. I sneezed. The government got him. The government got him. Okay, so for the PC thing, it's sort of two parts now because shortage, right? And I didn't realize how deep that the shortage went. So the shortage also goes into things like you know, SSDs and stuff, and also just general components. Everything's going up. Crucial has left the consumer RAM market. And I didn't realize how bad it was until I looked at everything and I was like, oh man, like everything really is just gone now. So, trying to buy him a new PC is bad. So, what ended up happening is I gave him, well, I lent him mine and my wife's PS4 for the time. Why the fuck won't you let me select? There we go. Holy shit. I lent him mine and my wife's PS4 for now because, you know, at least he like gets something to play with. Aware that it's the government. So at least he has something to play with. And it means that I have another PC that I can run all the encoding on. So we can actually play Cyberpunk on medium graphics. Aren't you excited to play Cyberpunk on medium graphics? Whoa! My only fear is that it doesn't have a good enough PCIe slots route everything over, and I still would need a sound card somewhere that I could do sound from my PC into it. So I would mix the PC. Sorry. So I would mix my sound on that PC, and then I would send it over. I'm hoping that works, but we'll see how it goes. But the idea that I have in mind is to use that other PC as the main host for everything, and this PC just for games. Which means, chat, we might be able to install Linux. Whoa! Just kidding. Fuck that. No, I'm just kidding. I would install Linux if there was better support for it, but the I don't think the systems are very good. I think the only thing that I can't bring over is specifically my audio setup. I can't really do anything. Sure, like it's. I would do Linux more if it was actually good. If it was actually good. How do you see your mouse in VR mode? How do you see your mouse in VR mode? Multitasking view? No. How about just? I need to talk to a. You know, the only VR streamers that I know about are those VR streamers on the ASMR section. Yeah, they're the only ones that I really know about. Good is a social construct. Yeah, but like good is also like a market force that has been forgotten by the market at large. And I would prefer to have a good system and a bad system. You don't want to hear me with the bad audio, okay? Remember early on when I accidentally had like a de-esser plugin and it was too strong, so it sounded like I had a constant lisp? I don't want to go back to those times. That was a bad moment. And it was only because I didn't know that it was on. And I thought to myself, wow, I must sound amazing. And I no longer have hard S's because I speak with a hard S. But no, I just sounded like Daffy Duck. What does he sound like? Something like, oh, thuckatath. Or like suffering thuckatath or something. It's a suffering thuckatath. Sorry, that was a bad move. But hopefully that second PC, I can make it work as a streaming PC. I'll have to see how it goes. It's nice too because this PC is actually kind of interesting where this PC is good, but the performance is starting to die on certain things. Like whenever I have to use multiple things on this PC and there's multiple processes going at the same time, say like, you know, especially for like streaming stuff, the encoding process, it's been way too complicated to make it work well without it dying over time. So he died. Wait, did I die? Am I dead? Oh wait, no. As in you meant my PC's dying. I might have Alzheimer's. I've actually been speaking to my wife. I'm gonna try to get a CPAP machine or something too, or like I'm gonna do something. Okay, I've been working out more, so I feel good, but I still look fat as fuck. Not that being fat is bad, but like you would think that working out would make you look cooler, but instead I just feel better, and I don't know how I feel about that. Like. Not to say that I'm a vain person who cares about looking good, but like, you know what else makes me feel good? Crack. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like there's like easier ways to feel better without all the pain and suffering. So at least give me like a little bit extra. But for some reason, it just doesn't seem to help me much. So I might have to get a CPAP machine or something because maybe my sleep is impacted. Actually, I've meaning to do a sleep study, but like a home one via an application. Because it's easier to see how much I snore and how little I actually breathe and stop breathing. Because I actually do wonder if I'm actually, you know, a stable sleeper. Because it'd be nice. It'd be nice to be able to feel good. And to have all this nice performance. See, not only am I dying, my PC is dying. But yeah, we'll have to see how it goes. I won't do the setup yet. Probably tomorrow, if I have time, but I don't know what's happening tomorrow. I know my wife and I are going on a date, but I think she might be busy in the morning. We both think she might be. And we're waiting on a call from one office. So once we get the call, we'll see if she's busy in the morning. If not, see you all. I'll be dating my wife. Imagine not having someone to a date. Couldn't be me. And I'll be dating her, and I'll see you afterwards. Ooh. And I should be back on Friday. I should be back on the Friday. But I will tell you right now, my goals are incredibly suspect. I didn't realize the holidays got me again. But I will try. But maybe we do the Christmas World for next year. Maybe we just do the Christmas World for ooh. But enough talk about the future. Let's think about the now. I want you all to look at my title. And please help me think of a funny pun with the word nutty putty, okay? You have about, 5 minutes to think about it, because I don't know how this game works, and I don't know if it's going to start. So the music's going to die now. Okay, that was a lot more abrupt than I was expecting. Sorry, I should have maybe done it slower. We're going to be doing some climbing today. But before we do some climbing, I actually have some music. We're gonna be playing some very interesting games that came out recently. I know we're doing this whole thing again of like, he's got new games again, he has more new games. But these are cool games, okay, chat? These are cool games. This one game is called Cave Crave. So do you cave craves? Do you crave caves? There's this on YouTube. There's this channel. It's a son and a father. I like saying son and father because it's like, what else could it possibly be? You know what I mean? But there's a son and a father duo who goes cave diving, like a lot of cave diving. Nutty for my putty. Okay, that's a close one. I cave craves. Okay, you also got mixed up too. The son and his father, they go cave diving, and there's this one video that I always think about, chat. I always think about this. It's a video where they go into a cave, and do you know what they see? They see a nest of spiders. No, you said what you said. You cave craves. I said what I said. I'm not wrong. I can't be wrong. If I'm wrong, then what's the point of being alive? Sorry, give me a second. I'm trying to find the exact music link. But they go cave diving, and in cave diving, what you have to do is you have to like get really low to the ground and then sneak into almost like these small little holes inside the floor. Okay. And it's scary because what happens is sometimes you might find a bunch of spiders, like a lot of spiders, a shit ton of spiders. So what they saw was a ton of spiders inside the cave, and like any good father-son duo, they decided, hey, we're gonna keep on going inside the cave with all the spiders, and you would think that it'd be only like like a handful of spiders, but no, it's like, did you know that daddy long legs, they hang out in groups? They live their entire life as a series of social beings that like stay within a space, and they're all there to freak you out, and they're all inside there, and they're all looking at you. And apparently when you get close and you bother one spider, you bother all of them. Did I lose the plot with the title? Thank you. See, Heb knows me. Heb knows when I lose the plot. She knows because she reads that, and then she goes, this doesn't make any sense. Yes, I did lose the plot. Sorry, give me a second. But that's what I'm going to recreate here today for all of you. So today, for all of you, we're going to recreate the feeling Nutty Putty Cave spiders got to touch them. I like how you just... Actually, wait, that could be good. You could have like a whole thing about, cave spider feelings. Like it's like a cave spider specific thing. Or it could be like a haiku or something. I'm not sure. But yeah, Today we're going to be recreating that feeling. So you know what? Nutty Putty Cave spiders, we have to touch them, and we're going to touch them right now. I think because apparently this game is a rock climbing game called Cave Crave VR, and it has a real recreation of the Nutty Putty Cave. Sorry, you can tell I'm losing my plot because I'm doing multiple things all at once. Just give me a second. In VR, it's not that easy. Okay, it's not that easy. My head's going everywhere, and it hurts. I also need to like mix the music. I also need to mix the music while I'm doing this so it sounds good. I need to find the exact spot where it's super loud so I know whether it's too loud. Perfect. Volume is good. We're going to be playing a game that actually lets us go into the Nutty Putty Cave. I'm actually very excited about this one because I saw it. My friend posted it for me. And it was funny because he posted it in a personal friend group chat. And then he was like, hey, this is your kind of game. And I was like, how did you know? How did you know that I wanted to go inside of a Nutty Putty Cave? And I always talk about the cave. It's this mythical cave that like no one seems to know about. I asked my friends and no one seems to know about this. And I'm like no one's ever heard of the story of the Nutty Putty Cave. There's memes about this cave. There's a meme where it's the same cave, but it's like Saddam Hussein's hiding place. Because Saddam Hussein, he was hiding in like a hole where he's a flat. Is that the one where the person died in? Yes, it is. And we get to climb inside and experience how he died. It's actually kind of messed up. Yes, you can read. I don't know where I'm going with this. I know I lost one. Oh, true. What is the Nutty Putty Cave? You're about to find out. But after this song, this is a very, very interesting song. I really, really enjoy this duo. I found their album, again, the automated algorithm, music suggestions have been amazing. And their entire album is fantastic. It's a very interesting sort of like jazz-like album. And they only have a couple of songs with like actual singing in them. But for the most part, it's it's almost like lyrical scat. Like it's like real words. It's not like scat singing where it's just like noises, but it's like lyrical scat for the most part, and it's mostly instrumentals. But it's really really good stuff. So please do enjoy "Take a Chance" by Domi and JD Beck, featuring Ensign Pack. Lyrical poo, lyrical poo. Scat is a real genre of song, and that song is really really good. That the whole album is really good. Again, Domi and JD Beck, and the album is called Not Tight. It's really their only album in 2022, but they've been doing singles since, and apparently they're actually so they actually collaborated with RM, who is what group are they from again? They're from BTS. So it's like it's crazy how they're everywhere, but they're also nowhere. It's like one of those things where it's like it's one of those things where it's fascinating how the music industry can sort of pick up darlings in the sense of like you'll find somebody who's amazing, and they'll only be known in sort of within the circle, and they'll rarely do anything of their own. But it's like they're well known enough that they get picked up by you know probably the largest name, or one of the largest names in K-pop in terms of the male side of the K-pop industry. I know that's a weird delineation, but the K-pop industry is very, very strict on like this, like unlike the traditional gender role thing. It's sort of why there's like the girl pop groups and then the boy pop groups. It's a whole long explanation, but basically it feels like that, where this duo is just somebody that everybody in the music industry knows about, and everybody wants to collaborate with them, and they basically are the driving force behind a lot of these like songs. A lot of the driving force behind the playing. So one's on the drums, one's on the piano, and it sounds really really good. It reminds me a lot of how what's his name, Thundercat, was sort of like that too. Apparently Thundercat is on a lot of songs, and you can actually hear his guitar playing everywhere. And it was only randomly that he started singing. Like it was just like he didn't know, he never even wanted to like sing until one of the artists that he was working with said, "Hey, you should probably sing." Thundercat. Ooh, I wish I remembered how that line sounded like. So, but yeah, they're an interesting group because when I say scat, I don't mean the genre of porn that's about poop, okay? I know that scat sounds like the word for poop, but the reason why I think is because they both basically have the same meaning of like throwing shit at the wall and seeing what sticks, you know what I mean? So scat is actually a whole genre of singing. It's characterized by nonsense almost. So probably the most famous example, scat singer, I forget her name now, Aretha Franklin. Louis Armstrong did it too, but Aretha Franklin, I think Ella Fitzgerald used it in a couple of her songs too. But like, listen to this song called Skylark. Let's say maybe this is a good example. I don't know if this recording is a good. That's scat. Yes, the jazz vocal improv. Yes, it has a meaning beyond the lyrics. It's exactly like the idea of like when you see like a song with made up lyrics. It's sort of the same way. It's just a way of like vocalizing what you want to hear, but where words almost don't fit. Because it's almost like the most pure form of singing, where like oftentimes singing is used as a method of getting over of conveying a meaning with the words being spoken. And singing is used as a vehicle and not really of the main thing. But it's important to remember that like the human voice is an instrument first and foremost within the context of music. Not to say that you can't have it be purely a vehicle for lyrics. Like rap music is sort of the opposite of that, where like the voice is a vehicle for you to like put words into your ear and put words and like make and like put words into the sound space, and then it sounds nice, right? Whereas scat skiing, at least to me, it's as if you go the opposite way and you say the voice is the instrument and you go all the way with it. It's very reminiscent of like even things like I guess like gospel songs are probably the best way to take it, where like there's a lot of church songs and like even like classical compositions going back to like, you know, whenever classical music was like popular. Where a lot of the words are nonsense, like the Latin lyrics, they don't mean anything, or like even just the idea of them using Latin, like they're not using it because they want the meaning to actually mean anything. It's not like back then people used to speak Latin on a daily basis. Like people just sounded like you and I, right? But it's because it's because of the way that it sounds. It's because of the way that it makes someone's voice sounds, because the voice is an instrument. That's why they do scat singing. So it's not poop. It's not poop. It's actually a whole effort. Thinking of making Wallace and Gromit your core personality trait. Thoughts, lad? I think that's a good one. But can you please look at this one? Sorry, I just saw the message. Before you do, can you please look at this one Wallace and Gromit video? I need to find the video. Just give me a second. This is a great video. Wait. Here we go. Oh shit, I found it. Oh shit, I've got too many tabs. Wait, sorry. Give me a second. It's I'm doing everything by tilting my head up, which is why I sound weird at the moment. Okay, here we go. This is Wallace and Gromit join Smash. But you have to do it like this, okay? If it's not like this, I don't even want to see it, okay? Look at this. Wallace and Gromit join Smash. That's good. That's really good. Look at it again. That's pure comedy. And the best part about the comedy, it has that thing of like, the pure silence makes it feel that much funnier when they just look at this guy and they go, what is that? Yeah, exactly. Wallace and Gromit are in season. They are. I've actually been seeing more and more Wallace and Gromit. What is this that you linked me? What'd you link me? Yes, John Scatman. Okay, what's crazy is, one, it's funny that Scatman is like the most famous one. Two, it feels targeted because I stutter. Are you saying something about me? Are you saying something about my like stuttering, huh? But yes, he's the most famous one because he has the Scatman song, which you'll hear soon. Stuttering. Scat sing. Words. Okay, he takes a while. And let him build up into it. Okay, it's like that. Maybe he's famous for like this song. This is the most well-known scat song, even though there's like a lot more of them that are just as good, if not better. But his is really, really catchy. I've never seen the music video. I didn't know the music video was like this. I've known about this song for like, I don't know, for like 16 years or something. I didn't know the music video was like this. This guy would be a hit in the modern day TikTok ecosystem. Like I'm saying, listen, Gen Alpha is gonna be the scat alpha. Sorry, it's gonna be the scat generation, okay? If Gen Alpha doesn't get into scat, I don't know what they're gonna get into, because this is a perfect fit. Like, look at the music video. It actually looks like a TikTok video that's designed to capture your attention. Anyways, that's all the Scatman that you get. But yeah, like it's really good. And what's interesting about his compositions is that song in particular, I think, worked so well because you swear he says skibbity. I mean, he like basically does, because he does say skidabop. Wait, does he say it? This is the best video ever. He can actually just keep it here later. No, but like I don't. I mean, he could say it later, but like this is too good not to loop. You just keep going over and over. Okay, it's one of those things where like it starts out funny, it stops being funny, and then it gets funnier the more that you do it. It just gets so good. It's like combined with the mouth movement. It's like a modern day TikTok video. Like the scat one was so far ahead of the curve that he basically made a TikTok video back in like, I don't know, 2000 something. That's crazy. Me when my grandfather shows me the music he used to listen to. Holy shit, you know how like, okay, so eventually Gen Z and Gen Alpha is gonna get older, right? At some point, they're gonna be showing videos like this. Like in the same way that like your grandfather or your parents show you things like, son, look, kiddo, hey kiddo, look at this photo. See this? I was on a beach somewhere in Latin America or somewhere. I don't know where. Like it's like they'll, and then see this? This is an old video of me and your family going out to the beach, right? But like the Gen Z, Gen Alpha equivalent is videos of like TikTok where they do stuff like this. So imagine like your grandmother. Imagine like 2 generations from Gen Alpha, okay? And they go to see their Gen Alpha grandmother, and then she goes, "Hey kiddo, you want to see your grandpa back there? Oh, he was such a good person. He was making all kinds of cool videos." And it just shows you this. Like I wouldn't know how to feel about my grandfather doing this. My Gen Alpha grandfather doing this. Okay, sorry, I was not playing that. It's actually freaking me out. Whew. So you most probably heard the word in the music context, but somehow it never clicked. You will now definitely remember it till the end of when you die. Okay, well hopefully you never die, so you have to remember it for the rest of your life. That way you're like Chris. Would millennials be the Vine videos? Yes, okay, what's crazy is that Vine, I feel like, was the better comedian platform compared to whatever it is now. Not to say that, it wasn't, not to say that it was perfect, but I felt like Vine was just a much better experience overall. Like if we go to youtube.com and then we look at the top greatest Vine videos of all time, Immortal Gang, Vine videos. But the problem is that they don't exist anymore. So all the Vine, here we go. But this, okay, chat. This is what I've been doing. This is what I'm into. This is the shit that Grandpa used to watch back in the day. I either tell you something, okay, back in the day when Vine was popular, okay, I'm not an adult watching children on Vine making funny videos. I was also a child, okay? So back when this video was popular, I was a kid too, alright? Most lukewarm take of the evening. Holy shit! Wait, okay, if I see someone bust that out at the club, holy shit, I'm putting them on the stage, dude. What the? Yo! She's going crazy! She's breaking it down! Chat, we have to green screen her. Please remind me to make a 1984 parody video of Big Brother, but using the Scatman's background thing, right? The Scatman background plus like a slightly slower, slowed down reverb version of the song. And please remind me to green screen her because I need to have her as an emote. Yeah, exactly. New emote drop of her. Exactly. You think she just pulled out some gang signs? She's actually spelling out Illuminati. Every single beat, she's spelling out another letter of the word Illuminati. Look, her arm is in the shape of an L, but backwards, because everyone knows that the Illuminati doesn't read letters backwards. Look, second L has dropped. Third L, she doesn't know how to spell. Okay, see that? That was an I. It's a bit too early for the I. There's no U. She's missing a lot of letters. Can we just see this again over and over? Like, she's so good at that. Wait. Please remind me to green screen that as a new emote. That's really good. What is this? Okay, look. Okay, listen. I think Vine is a good platform. I'm sad that it died. And what's funny is that, like, at least so far in TikTok, the only thing that I found that's even close to the idea of that same type of humor is the poop bagel. Sorry, the like poop deli. Maybe it's just such a poop deli. This is the only one that I've ever seen where it's like the closest to the idea of what Vine humor was. And this one is like top tier, but like this one's hard to explain if you've just never seen it. You sure hope it does. Wait, did you just put loss into my chat? This is the only one that I've seen get even close to the idea of like what a Vine video is, which is just there's something about the absurdity. Whereas like now, like a lot of TikTok, I don't know how to explain it, but like maybe this is just old man pointing his fist angrily at the sky. But I look at TikTok and I go, a lot of it is just weird for the sake of being weird. But the Vine stuff, it was like weird, but they were serious about it. You know what I mean? It's like one is done for comedy, the other is like, no, they actually believe in this stuff. Like, you know what I mean? Like there was a sense of realism to the weird, where it was just enough weird where it was funny. Whereas like now, it's a bit like the Scatman song. It's like too weird. It's like they went more Scatman than they did Poop Deli, and I feel like missing out on the Poop Deli. Back in my day, weird was funny. Now it's just cringe. Give me a second. I'm texting my baby wife. In the meantime, watch this, please. Okay, back. Okay, Grandpa. A double poop. 2 scoops of poop. Bacon, egg, and cheese. Joey, 8 pounds of poop. Poop. This is the closest thing that's ever gotten to the idea of what Vine was. But I am a grandpa. I am a grandfather at this point. Well, not like a grand... You know what's crazy? I could have been a grandfather. I keep thinking about this. If I was a teen father, I could be a grandfather by now. However, I will say this. My friend group is only just starting to have kids, okay? Again, we talked about this idea of like the MILF is getting older, and so therefore you get a older MILF, which is either good or bad depending on whether or not you're Leonardo DiCaprio, right? But I could have been a grandfather if I started earlier, and I have a feeling some of my friends are going to be grandfathers soon because I know some people who did have kids early. I don't know where I'm going with this. We're going to move on now into the cave climbing game. Again, if you have a fear of claustrophobia, me too, actually. This is going to be a terrifying game for me, and I don't really know what to feel about this. All I know is that I've been excited for this ever since I saw it. It used to be on the MetaQuest, and now it's on Steam. And give me a moment to set things up. I don't know how this is going to go, but I hope that this works out, okay? Just give me a moment. This is all experimental, because we can't record it in the same way as VR Chat, which has its own recording camera. We have to do something a little bit different here. We're going to move on, because I knew this was probably going to happen on some level, but I didn't know it was going to happen so soon. We're going to move on into playing a desktop game instead, because as much as I like this game, it's time for me to leave the VR space so I can feel better. I'm going to switch over to a desktop mode, but I have a song for you all before we do. And it's actually interesting because this song is a very good fit. We're going to continue with Angeline Error, and hopefully we get a lot of progress done today, because tomorrow I might not be able to make progress. I have to ask my wife what time she wants to hang out, or what time she is free. And we're going to see how it goes. But honestly, every time I go into the VR space, like there's always something new, and it's always really good. So please do check that game out. That's a really cool game. Actually, I really like the concept a lot, and the execution's really good once you realize that it's the controller's fault and not the game's fault. You will now hear my voice cut away. Well, it should cut away like now. Wait, does it cut away now? Hello? Cut away now. Cut away now. Hello? Okay, good. You should hear me now. I should sound fine. Do I sound normal? Do I sound like my normal mic? I should sound like my normal mic now. We're going to move on, chat. We're going to play some Angeline Error, and I'm going to have fun in that game. But before we do, I have a song for you. This song is interesting because it's from the same duo, Dami and JD Beck.
and it's from the same album, Not Tight. And this song is interesting because it's a collaboration with I think it's Herbie Hancock. I think that's the name. It's specifically the way that it sounds, and it's specifically the way that everything feels. I think it's a great fit for Angelina, but also I think it's just a great song in general. It's sort of like a sound that it reminds me of like when autotune and stuff was starting to get popular. Oh, my Emacs is not responding. End the task. It reminds me of like when autotune was starting to get popular, and it like a very heavily used autotune, right? Where the sound is incredibly artificial versus being like a very very minor touch on someone's voice to make it smoother, right? And I remember hearing those same complaints of like, oh, you know, it sounds fake. It doesn't really sound that's good. But this song, and you know, really what we've seen eventually in the ways that it was being used in the future, it's sort of like, you know, past that period of like the early 2000s when people had this like discussion of, oh, it's not that great. At some point, people realized that no, it is an interesting sounding instrument of sorts. Like it's a very interesting way to do sounds, to do such an artificial sound that feels like it's heavily processed, even though it's being driven by someone's voice, where it almost reduces the range, but because it reduces the range, it has this feeling that feels even more like a high range thing. Does it make sense? It's something like that, but this song has a lot of those qualities that I'm trying to get to, but I don't know if I'm explaining well, where you listen to it and you think it wouldn't sound good because of the way that it sort of sounds and the way it feels so heavily processed, but it's that quality about it that makes it sound so interesting. It sounds very, 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 I don't know if like ethereal is the right word, but like definitely very, very odd, but not off-putting, just like interesting and strange and odd. And it's fascinating to see that because, you know, you don't really see that style of music much anymore. I think maybe you hear it the most within hip-hop songs, because that's sort of, it feels like that's where the technique came from, right? But you don't really hear it for something like jazz or like any other genre of song. Like you don't really hear it in something like a more ballad-like style of song. You only really hear it used as, you know, just an interesting electronic sound for very electronic based genres, but not for something like this. So I think you'll enjoy this a lot. Please enjoy Moon by Dami and JD Beck featuring Herbie Hancock. I just found out that's called a vocoder. It's not really called an auto-tune thing. It's called a vocoder. Sorry, I was also playing a different song because it's an autoplay. So that's what it's called. The thing is called a vocoder. And it's fascinating to sort of see it being used in this context, because again, I think there's only two contexts that I would usually hear it in. And it's funny because I forgot that Herbie Hancock is sort of known for this, because he uses it very often, and I've heard his songs before, but other than him and these other two people, T-Pain and Imogen Heap, I can't think of another person or like another group that uses the vocoder in this style to provide that kind of sound. Almost like an instrument, like it because it is. I mean, it really is. And the Imogen Heap song is sort of fascinating in that the style of the song is very, very different. I think it was called this. I think this is famous because it's a meme song now, but back then, like, it was so interesting to sort of listen to because, you know, especially when it came out, like 2005. That's wow, that's a long time ago. I remember discussions about this where it's like, oh man, the sound of it being auto-tuned sounds so bad. Like, why are people listen to this? Why can't they sing? Without realizing that these people can sing. It's like that scene from that one movie, right? That movie, the documentary on Van Gogh, or like it's sort of like a thing about Van Gogh's life, where he pulls out a napkin and he shows this beautiful drawing. This is a quick, beautiful sketch of a bird. And he says this took him 30 seconds to draw. He can draw it, but he doesn't want to. He wants to make this. There's an artistry behind it that's very, very interesting. That I remember the discourse around it was so dismissive about the vocoder sound when it became like a major portion of the sound, in the same way that like Imogen Heap and T-Pain and Herbie Hancock uses it, even though it's really no different from any other instrument. And it has a very fascinating sound that I think fits with with a lot of songs, really. Like it sounds nice. Even though it's a different thing you have to get used to, it's really the same as any other electronic sound I can think of, where everything to me, it's also the same qualities, but they because of that, it sounds nice and interesting in its own way. Kind of funny. A lot of songs use vocal like effects. They just have it as a background. Exactly. Like you hear it in the background in a lot of songs, but when it's brought to the forefront, all of a sudden it's a problem. But I think it's because I don't know how to say this. I think most people listen to songs for the beeps and for the beeps and the boops, and not really for the musicality of it. Which is not to say that like the beeps and the boops aren't fun. You know what I mean? It's like there's a surface level understanding of songs that I think is very very fun. That I also enjoy, but I don't think most people really enjoy the more experimental stuff because it does take a different kind of hearing. It's like free jazz. It's like free jazz. Okay, like I'm gonna say free jazz. I don't know what the fuck is going on. It just sounds like noise. But I'm not gonna discount it outright because somebody out there hears this noise and then goes, "Oh, this is sick." Like, what's that meme that you showed me last time, Chad? What's that meme of that like jazz thing that you showed me last time, where it was like a full on like fake jazz band thing? What's it called again? What's that jazz app? Visual instrument instrument jam visualization program, GitHub. Midis to jam meme. Okay, midis to a jam. It's like that midis to a jam thing. Okay. Sorry, let the bodies hit the floor, but it's in MIDI jam. Wait, no, wait. Is this it? No. Midis to jam meme. The worst MIDI you'll ever hear. I think it's this one. Is this one? What did I just get as a recommendation? What the fuck is this? Chat, what is this? My parents are siblings? How did I get this from a MIDI to jam video? What the fuck is this? Sorry, we just have to watch this. Let me get off the cave crave thing. What is going on here? Okay, he got Uber Eats, he got a latte. What? Your sisters? And also, why did they use that image? Basically, YouTube algo knows me well. Finish the meeting to this. I'm so sorry. I think this is like a real breakdown of someone's life. Like, I actually think that this is somebody breaking down, finding out. This is either hell, I believed you until the sisters came. This is the new I saw my grandma pleasing herself. Born to be 12 years ago, forced to be 2 days ago. This is one of those videos that can be recommended to 5 million people. Physically impossible to ignore the absolutely insane homepage poll. Not parody, I can't tell. The fact that he's so convincing is terrifying. I actually can't tell. I asked my therapist, ChatGPT, wait, what? If this is acting, if it is parody, he is the best actor I've ever seen in my entire life. Like, he should have an Oscar right now for this like award-winning performance. It all depends on the script. It would have been better if they told us. Sorry, we just had to see this. This is weird. This is funny. Why does he keep showing that photo for his sister? You know, this is a real like these are real people, and their story is fascinating because I think one is married now, and the other one still isn't married, or maybe they're both married, right? You know what's messed up? There are two people in one body. That's not messed up. The thing that's messed up about it is that they only get paid one wage. It's actually messed up. that they only get paid one wage, okay? Because in my mind, they're two separate people, but they only get paid one wage. That's messed up. It's two people. You should be paying two people for the work of two people. Holy corporal. Like, it's actually so funny to me that that they only get paid one wage because corporations have argued that because they're in one body, they're one person. 0.5x worker. You can't say that. You can't say that. 10x engineer meet 0.5x engineer. Holy shit, you can't say that. That's crazy. Just did. Just did. Oh. I asked my therapist ChatGPT. That's funny. This is the best video ever. The script is so perfect. Remember how I told you, chat, how I knew somebody who used Chat GPT to ask how they should feel about the situation? It's like this is the best parody video like to go from incest into parody about AI and everything that this is cinema. Is this their channel? This is their channel. It's a comedy skit. My fish joined ISIS. I found out that my parents are brother and sister. My parents are siblings. Okay, they're trying to milk it a lot. But I'm telling you, this is peak. And the acting all throughout is so good. Because they also captured, it's crazy, this person is actually traumatized in real life, and they're doing comedy as a way to make light of it, even though the trauma is real, because only a person who's truly traumatized can go to Starbucks, get a drink while crying. While drinking it. It's so good. It's so good. Holy shit, it's so good. To go from this, it's the way that he talked about the drink that made it feel real to me, because it's the way that he captures that like trauma avoidance that people do by like trying to normalize their life by bringing in normal topics and then dropping the bomb of like my parents or siblings into ending with the song. It's so good. It's so good. It's peak. It's actually peak comment. This is so good. This is okay. I think they hit gold. They had to keep on going here. The fact that he's so top 10 YouTube thumbnails of all time. Dude, I just woke up. I assume we're all getting recommended this when we have no idea who he is. And what's crazy is their channel has no profile picture. It's just an O. This is cinema. This has to be an audition for something. All the same, real. Thank fuck. Amazing acting. Oh, this guy teaches an acting class. What? He teaches acting? Holy shit. I have to hire this guy. Chat, we have to take a lesson from this person. Do they actually teach acting? Ryan Comedy Vids. Sign up. I have to sign up. This is what I need in my life. Please teach me how to do it. Wow. That's good. Literal cinema, actual cinema. Wow. That's a poll that you just can't get. To go from this into that was good. And look, it's disappeared. It's no longer here. Oh, sorry. This is the state of jazz. This is the state of jazz. Sorry, I don't even want to talk about the vocoder. Just watch this. I'll be right back in just a moment. I need to wash my hands and like get some water, okay? And then we'll play some Angeline Error. Yeah. I don't know where that rat's nest thing came from. That was actually like weird. I just looked down at the slipper. It's also covered in it. And I pulled it off and it's like old crusty hair. But it's not even like normal hair. It's like hair that's like folding and bending in like weird spaces. It looks like, it's just weird. It's in a circle. I don't even know. I didn't walk that much today. I just kind of walked to the washroom and back. So I don't even know where it came from. Am I sure it's hair? I mean, that's kind of the scary part is I don't know. I don't know. I'm going to have to inspect it closely. I'm going to have to inspect the room or it's just the whole house after very, very closely because I'm not sure where it came from, but it's not good. It's not good. Did it blink at me? It was saying some things, but it said some good things. It was like, you don't have to pay your taxes. So I was like, okay, maybe I'll let you live. We're going to move on now into the good old Angelina era. This is the final thing that we're going to be doing. We only have about 3 hours left, so let's see how far we get inside the game. Oh, that's a good emote. The voices. I didn't actually look at it closely, but the cat does look cute. And I'm going to play Angelina era. Again, if you have no clue what to expect. Actually, you know what's funny? That entire bit was probably the best intro to Angelina era that you'll ever get. Because in the context of the game, it's actually not... the game is weirder than what I just did to you. I'll be back tomorrow. Maybe. I'm not really sure. I'll tell you guys... I'll tell everyone, not just you or guys, but everyone. I use guys as like a y'all. So but I have to stop that. Next topic. You're a streamer. Apology to the furries. I love the furries. Is there anyone that I can rate? I don't know. I'll tell you by tonight if I'll be on tomorrow. If I won't be, I'll be gone. Either way, Wednesday, Thursday, probably, and I'll be gone. Friday, I'll probably be back. I'm not really sure. Depends on what my wife and I want to do. We might go eat this week again because we usually go eat like every week or two. So we'll see how it goes. Yeah, thanks for watching, everyone. It's always fun to hang out. So I still don't know why people watch me. I've actually been looking at the YouTube channel. It's always sort of funny to see the amount of people that like watch my stuff because I'm like, why are you all here? But yeah, it's always sort of interesting. What's funny though is that in spite of all that time that's like passed, still, actually, wait, that's crazy. You know, for a long time, the top video on the channel was when I played the incest game, which I still really enjoy and I want to play the rest of it. But I'm waiting until the rest of the incest game to come out. And now the two things that have beat it is Atlas, which is the furry game, and Warframe, which is the game that I get a craving for, and then I play for 2 minutes, and then I had to delete the entire game because I just stopped wanting to like play it. That's good. That's good. I'm finally not known for incest. Thank God. It's been so long. I'm finally free from incest. You have a community page at Discord or something? I do. I think you can type !Discord, I think. Alright? Yeah. Good luck getting through the maze. As long as you can read, you can get through the maze. But I will tell you, there's a lot of people who do not get through the maze because they don't read it. It's actually kind of funny. See you all tomorrow. Maybe. I'll tell you bye tonight, and I'll just let you know how it goes. I can die and respawn! Yes! Where do I respawn? Oh, I'm good. Okay, good. See you all tomorrow. Have a great night. Have a wonderful time. There's no one that I can raid, so just go watch whoever you want. I don't know. I won't judge you. I won't judge you. No, you know what? Don't watch anyone. Tonight, go watch The Arrival. Go read the book that I linked inside of the Discord Dark Academia era. You know what? Tonight, don't consume slop. I urge all of you, I'm going to do it tonight as well. I'm going to stop consuming slop. I'm going to create. I'm going to think about things. I'm going to like consume meaningful things. I'm not going to watch someone stream a game. I'm going to consume something meaningful. Save the slop for me, okay? Bye, everyone. Also, did you pick up that Jesus and the crew are actually a bit of a mafia or something like that? You think Peter has an illegal sword that he uses to cut someone's ears? If you break the rules, you would die, etc. It gets a little bit funnier if you look at the Bible in that way. Y'all need Jesus. No, I'm just kidding. Thank you everyone for showing up. I didn't expect today to go this way. I was thinking maybe this game would sort of, you know, be just more action combat and stuff like that, but we actually ended up in a good spot where we actually ended up getting a lot more story than I would have expected. And the story, the way that it's leading up is very good. I'm going to try to beat that level under the basement some other time. But where did the fairy go? She was so hot. We were watching the stream just because of her. Oh, like the small one? Yeah, she's dead now. She's dead now. I'm going to go now. Bye everyone. Thank you again to Red for the raid. Thank you again, Athel and Red, because they, you know, both of you have raided me the most, and I do appreciate that because I can never raid you in time. Instead, I'm usually the one getting raided because of the time zone thing. But yeah, have a great time. Please do check them out, Athel and Red, on twitch.tv, twitch.television. And I'll see you all, not tomorrow, see you all Friday. I'll be gone tomorrow all the way till Friday. I'm spending time with my wife. We're going on dates, just hanging out, stuff like that. Have a good one. Take care of yourselves. Don't go read the Bible and then figure things out. Dust to dust, you guess. Dust to dust. Yeah, exactly. And I'm gonna prepare like a checklist of things to talk about. I'm gonna go and live my life and be interesting, so I can talk about things on stream that's more interesting. I'm gonna learn how to run a podcast.